Hey guys, now I would love to be able to say welcome to another exciting tutorial, but unfortunately this is not going to be a tutorial. And if you've been following my channel and all my other social media things, you may notice that I haven't actually posted a new tutorial in almost close to a month now, and I'm starting to feel really bad. And here's another weekend, and again I don't have a tutorial for you guys, and I just want to make this video to talk to you, explain a little bit on what's been happening and where all of my time's been going, and also just ensure you that I haven't just died and dried up on the carpet. The first, also the most personal and the most important thing that has been going on is that lately I've started feeling like I'm getting stuck in a rut with my YouTube channel. I'm producing videos to try to please an algorithm. I'm trying to put out videos every week. I'm trying to, keep the machine going, and it's for the first time ever. I've been doing this since 2011, so for about 8 years now, very consistently. For the first time ever, it's starting to feel like a grind. It's starting to feel like this thing that you do, and after a little while you wonder, why am I doing this? I'm not enjoying that. Now, don't get me wrong, I love creating tutorials, I love creating videos, I love creating visual effects, I like helping people, I like showing you how to do all of this cool stuff. But it's a little bit like, you may love running, you love the excitement, the adrenaline, the fresh air. But if you're running the same track for 8 years and the scenery doesn't change and you're running past that same bloody tree for the 600th time, you'll be like, you know what, I don't know, do I still like running, or is it just something else has changed? For me, I obviously still like running, metaphorically. I still love creating the content, but I've just gotten stuck doing the same thing over and over, and because I'm now trying to please this YouTube algorithm, which seems to be favoring regularity over quality of content, I'm trying to get videos out every week. Like every week I want to release a new video, but I have a full-time job besides Surface Studio, so there's little time outside of that, and all of the time is always just kind of crammed into just get another video out on that Sunday afternoon, evening. I finish it and push it out, and I'm like, that one's out of the way, oh my god, next Sunday is coming. And there's very little room for me to grow. I'll keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and it's getting really boring for me. It's getting to this point where I'm feeling like if I don't change something, I'm afraid I'm gonna stop loving what I do. And in order to change something, I need to do the one thing that I've been wanting to do forever and just never find time for it, and that is to up my game. What I mean by that is that this might be a bit of a joke, VFX artist level 0, but I feel stuck. I'm not learning new things, I'm not doing new things, I'm not exploring new things, because it takes time, right? If I want to learn how to do physics simulation, fluid simulation, really cool Hollywood movie level visual effects, it means that I may spend a month doing nothing but playing around with different ideas, concepts, trying things out, because it's very time consuming. It's really fun, it just doesn't produce content. It's not a new tutorial for the next week. And so I've been saying this for a while, privately, now also publicly. One of the big goals, one of the things I really want to do now is up my game. I want to introduce a lot of 3D. 3D is a weak point for me, but it allows you to create some really cool, exciting visual effects, like track 3D objects into your scene, do destructions, fluid simulations, explosions. Blender is coming out big, and I'm really excited about 2.8. I'm really getting into all of the cool stuff that you can do with it. Houdini, I want to learn some more Houdini for some of the really interesting, the really advanced style effects, but all of that takes time. But now I think I've come to this point where if I don't take the time to learn something new, up my level to something a bit higher, where I can then introduce new cool things that I myself haven't done before and that I haven't shown you guys how to do, I'm gonna start hating it. I want to start hating it. I love doing this. I love making videos for you guys, but I want to do them on my terms, and I need some time just to learn something new, bring out something new, and be able to create more short films as well. My last short film, I can't even remember. I think it must have been like a year and a half ago, that Indiana Jones parody video that we did. That was the last short film that I can actually remember, and it's always been so much fun, but they do take up a month and a half of time where I don't produce a video. But I'm gonna focus on the creativity. Otherwise I'm just gonna go dead in the head, and then there's nothing coming out anymore. So that's the biggest thing that's been happening. I hope you can understand that. Bear with me, there's a lot of cool stuff that I want to get to. I need the time to learn how to do all of these things properly. I need to be comfortable with them, I need to use them in my own projects. And then once I've done that, I can make tutorials for all of that and share how to do it and get all of you guys across. But just bear with me while I'm kind of trying to figure everything out. The next big thing I've been pouring a lot of time into is my website. Now, if you follow my channel, a couple of months ago, I actually did a redesign while we were on holiday. I kind of reskinned the whole thing and I introduced forums where you can ask questions and help each other out. And I was actually really happy with how it looked. But once people started interacting with it, it just dragged down to a dead halt. It's gotten so slow, it's really hard to maintain, mainly because it sits on WordPress. It's a highly customized, heavy WordPress theme. There's quite a lot of plugins that are being used by all sorts of different things. It's a really heavy load. Like when you visit the website, it takes 10 seconds for the first initial load. A good website should take like half a second. It's ridiculous. It's 20 times too slow for what I would consider a good website experience. So I've started actually rebuilding the website, not using WordPress at all, not using PHP. I'm building this in Node.js using React. The full front end is highly interactive. It's a single page application. It's really quick. I'm also improving search. WordPress search is horrendous. You search for things and terms and items and blog posts come up that are pretty unrelated to what you're actually trying to find. So I'm introducing a more intelligent search, which is based on Elasticsearch, which is actually a really intelligent weight-based search engine. So I'm kind of building it on top of that just to be able to produce better search results, because the whole point of my website is to make it easy for people to find the tutorial they're looking for, or if you're using the forums, to be able to find the posts that you're looking for or the topics so that you can solve your problems. So because I am a software engineer by trade, it started to just really me off. It was just a horrendous experience, and it's my own personal website, so I started pouring quite a bit of time into that. There's still a lot to go, but it's starting to come together. The new website is starting to take shape, and then once I launch it, I will also do another giveaway for some of the courses I've got on Udemy. There's a lot to do, because I'm essentially building it, well, not from scratch. I'm starting with something called the React Starter Kit, but there's a lot to customize, a lot to build and integrate, and obviously I need to make it all work within AWS so it can sit in the cloud, and then the website is served out of that. Hopefully nice and fast and a much better experience, but that's kind of the long-term plan. It's just one of the other big pieces where a lot of the time is going into. The third and last thing I want to talk about, at least for this particular video, is some of the training courses that I've been trying to create mainly for Udemy. Now, let's just be honest, YouTube does generate revenue for me, obviously through advertisement, but it's not a whole lot. Also, I'm very dependent on YouTube for that money, and it changes a lot. Like, you know, it fluctuates highly up and down, and, you know, videos get demonetized, outrageous, all sorts of things happen on YouTube. I don't control much of it. I don't own YouTube. I own the videos and the copyright to those, but I don't own the platform that generates advertisement revenue for me. And now I still have a full-time job, obviously, because the revenue I get from YouTube isn't nearly enough to actually support me. But I want to build out new revenue streams, because ideally I'd love to do this full-time. I'd love to just produce content, short films, tutorials, training, everything online, and just live off that. That would be amazing. I'm still really far from that. And while YouTube is good, and by the way, to those telling me that I talk a lot with my hands, yes, I know, I like swinging my hands around. It's just, I'm sitting at a desk, there's not much to do. I can sit here like a statue, but I like gesturing. So, you know, as they apparently say in Australia, suck it up, buttercup. But anyways, getting back to what I actually want to talk about. So I've been trying to put a lot more time into actually building training courses that I can sell online, like Udemy, there's Udacity, Pluralsight, there's a few other ones where I only get my content on. And it takes a lot of time to actually build a fully structured training course. Like the first course I released, the After Effects beginner course on Udemy, which is about 4 hours of content, took me like 6 months to create. It was, again, on the side of everything else I was doing, but it's a lot of scripting, planning, shooting, editing, VOing, fixing it up, and then prepping all the metadata and getting it all posted on all the different sites. So there's a lot of effort that goes into that, but to me, as what I want to do with Surface Studio, it's really important to not just rely on YouTube and the revenue I can get from YouTube. I want to build products that I can offer and sell, but then also, you know, give away for whenever I feel like I want to say thank you to the guys. It's really satisfying for me to give away free courses as a thank you. Like, obviously, again, like, you know, let's be honest, obviously it helps me that, you know, people then watch my course, they subscribe to it, they like it, you know, most of them like it. But it's just a nice thing that I then have that I can give, right? Like, it's something that I can give away that then helps my portfolio, it helps Surface Studio, it helps get me to where I want to go long term. So again, that's why training courses and building online training material that, you know, I can actually sell is important to me, and it's something I want to put some more time into. And so between these three things, first thing, leveling up, skilling up, so I can actually produce some more exciting content, stuff that I personally am proud of again, and that I personally love to do and enjoy building, even if it takes me a little bit longer than that week that YouTube kind of wants me to upload from. Then the next thing, the website redesign. Again, I'm really passionate about making this a good user experience. And again, building a platform that isn't necessarily just based on YouTube itself, but it's just kind of its own thing, so that Surface Studio is kind of a standalone thing and not just something that sits on top of YouTube. And as part of that, things like building online training courses for Udemy and all the other things. So there's been a ton going on, quite a few personal things, just because when I was starting to get stuck in a rut, that kind of just really dampened my mood, and I don't want to be grumpy on video. Like, nobody wants to watch that, right? Like, I want to be excited about what I do. I want you to be excited about watching my videos, and I'm just doing this video again, just give you a bit of insight of what's been going on, because I don't want you guys to just hang there and go, why is there no video? It's been a month, there's no video, and there is going to be more content coming. I just want to figure things out and make sure that I give you tutorials, I make tutorials that I actually enjoy. Like, I remember when I first started out on YouTube, like in 2011, 2012, I didn't make videos because some algorithm told me to. I didn't make videos because, you know, I wanted revenue money or anything. I made the videos because I love doing them. I made all these bloody, gory, bullet, gun, action effects, nonsense stuff. It was just fun to make. And I want to get to that point again. I want to feel like what I'm making is actually fun to make and not just because, you know, I do it for some other reason. And again, all in the context of building a bigger business around Surface Studio. That all I also want to take into consideration, because hey, I'm no spring chicken anymore, and I do want to build something that can, you know, maybe one day sustain itself and actually be something that I can do full time. I mean, how amazing would that be? Anyways, on this positive note, let's wrap it up here. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'm really sorry there's no new tutorial yet. There are more in the making. I just want to make sure they're fun for me to make and fun for you guys to watch, so more will be coming soon. In the meantime, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. I will get around to answering them as best as I can. I have to admit, I've been struggling a little bit to keep up lately, but I'll do my best to get back to every single one of you guys. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you later.